What beautiful food we have this morning at the Canadian Beef Center of Excellence, and happy to be joined this morning by Chef Zahi of Mexico City and Chef E of Calgary, the Fairmont this morning. And speaking about a culinary exchange, so we have worlds colliding here. Tell us a bit about some of the events that are taking place as part of this culinary exchange and celebrating Canada's 150th.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're starting off this event with a Taste of Terroir here at the center, and then everyone will be going to a ranch to see the daily workings of a ranch. And Chef Zahi has prepared some beautiful treats for that reception, and then followed by a rancher's gala reception at the Band Springs, and then a gala dinner. And then on Saturday, open to the public, is a beautiful barbecue at the Legion in Banff. And it's about $12 for the adults and $6 for the kids. And it's a great event. It's to support the Canadian Food Bank.
Awesome. You get to dig in with the whole family, and we're inspired this morning by the star ingredient, which is Canadian beef, and you work with Canadian beef on a regular basis, Chef?
Yes, I have the privilege to be here 1 year ago, and I just discovered this extraordinary land. So I think with Mexican ingredients, we have a great pairing with the Canadian beef. So let's play together a little bit.
Okay, so let's show off some of the things that you've created here, and tell us about these recipes that you've developed using Canadian beef.
For sure. We're going to start with the chili atole, which is a soup made from chilies, and atole, which is a beverage in Mexico made from corn dough and a little bit of water, salt, and that's it.
Delicious.
You can blend it with poblano chili or with a dry chili, as guajillo or ancho. The chili that you have in your house, it's okay. Right. And you have to use fresh corn, like this one, which is hominy. And you just blend it, heat it a little bit, and you can garnish with a little bit of tomato and chives or onion or whatever you want. And on the top, a little bit of salt and olive oil. And that's it. It's like very simple dish.
Yeah.
No?
So a nice simple start, and then letting the Canadian beef shine. So we're going to have the opportunity to dig into these recipes throughout the morning. And this is a favorite of yours to cook with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really love to cook, but cook simple and keep it simple. It's the most amazing thing that you can do, because, I mean, you can do a lot of things, but you're going to spend a lot of time. So keep it simple, have a great food from great ingredients.
Yes. Great ingredients. Yeah. That's the difference right there. Can we dig into this soup? Is it ready? Okay, perfect. So we're going to dish this up. And again, the event for the family takes place at the Legion. Tickets are $12 for adults and $6 for children at the Canadian Beef Center of Excellence this morning, digging into all good things. This looks amazing.
Just garnish with tomato. Tomatoes are from Mexico. Do you know that? Tomato, chilies,
thank you.
Corn.
I like this relationship we have going.
Okay, that's it. And I will put a little bit of olive oil.
Please.
And that's it.
How beautiful is that? Okay, I'm going to take a spoon and dig right in for a little taste. Mmm. So delicious, so delicious. The Canadian Beef Center of Excellence is where we are this morning. Lucky us, we get to hang out with Chef Zahi this morning, digging into, well, beautiful ingredients from where we come from and from where you come from, Mexico City. Take us through some of the recipes that you've created here this morning.
For sure. We have the gorditas made from the corn dough. You see, it's like it's not like a thin like a tortilla. It's a gordita, which means like fatty. And we have here the tri-tip, which is a Canadian beef, of course, and then a little bit of feta cheese, lettuce, some red salsa, and tomato. Beautiful. And then we have the chili atole made from chilies and corn, olive oil on top, and that's it. And here we have a hard shell taco made from picanha, which is the name cut in Spanish. It's the top sirloin
the cap.
Yes. And we use it from here, pickled onion, just to enhance the flavor. Right. And finally, we have zucchini taco, taquito de calabaza.
I love this.
With green, no, it's not green, it's red mole with a little bit of sesame seeds. And that's it.
Beautiful.
So I can show you how to do a tortilla from
And
scratch.
you're going to make a taco from scratch, so a tortilla from scratch, excuse me. And so this is very simple and actually ingredients that we can find right here in Calgary.
Yeah, because you can find the flour. You just add water and take a little bit of the dough, put 2 plastics. I didn't bring my tortilla press, but you can see how simple is this.
This is a Canadian tortilla press right here.
For sure. So clever. See how it's become like thin and thin and thin?
And how thin do we want that to be?
Well, if you're gonna put some beef as the picanha, not too thin.
Not too thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
it needs to have some sturdiness to keep the sirloin. Okay, and then from there you throw that in a pan?
Yes. See?
Beautiful. Easy.
It's beautiful. You can actually do it with your hands like this, but it's better with this
Right.
bowl.
Time saver right there. And
Medium heat.
medium heat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when it comes to the cut of beef, you prefer top sirloin? Would you make these tacos with other things?
Picanha, because as you can see, it's like for me in Spanish said, se me hace agua la boca. I mean,
Makes your mouth water.
yeah, thank you. See the quality of the meat. It's
And let's
extraordinary.
have a look here at the plate of meat, which is beautiful. Look at this cut. My mouth is watering.
Yeah, me
Yes, it is.
So
Put this together.
this is the taco shell. It's the same tortilla, but deep fried. Okay, and you just put some of the beef here. See the juices? I prefer medium rare.
Gorgeous. Me too.
Yeah, so.
That's how we do it in Alberta.
Yeah? Oh, in Mexico City too. So put a little bit of pickled onion and oregano and some lettuce here, pinch of salt, and a guajillo olive oil. Yes, this is the spicy ingredient.
Pepper and olive oil.
Yeah, but dry pepper, called guajillo. See?
How gorgeous is that? My mouth is watering. I'm sure your mouth is watering at home as well.
I really like this dish because it's, you know, in Mexico we love to eat with our hands, but the tenderness of the meat and the crispy of the tortilla, it's gonna blow your mind. So yeah.
Mind blown. All good things here this morning at the Canadian Beef Centre of Excellence. The Canadian Beef Centre of Excellence is where we're spending the morning and digging into some Canadian fare with a Mexican flair this morning. And Chef E from the Fairmont is going to assemble a delicious, what looks like a party-pleasing kind of treat.
Party-pleasing little taco, and you know, one thing that everyone's like, oh, there's no shell on it. So taco actually is a verb meaning to fold. So that's why we're using blanched zucchinis here instead of a flour-based or a corn-based tortilla shell.
I didn't know that. Learning new things this morning. And we're working with mole sauce today. So tell us a bit about the sauce.
This is a mole negro. So it is has onions, garlic, a little bit of bitter dark chocolate, and an assortment of spices and chili. And then we take onions and garlic, roast them off real dark, add the spice mix and a little bit of stock, and cook it very low for about 6 hours. Low and slow. Brings out the flavors. And then, speaking of low and slow, we also have some chuck, also known as blade, that we've seared off and braised off in a little bit of beef stock for about 24 hours, just to break down the tissues and make it super fork tender. And super easy assembly. You can do this ahead of time. So what I suggest to anyone who wants to do it at home is to pre-slice your zucchinis, blanch them in boiling water and shock it in ice water real quick, and then pat them dry, because the drier the better. And then we take a little bit of your shredded meat and mix it with your mole sauce.
And what is it about the chocolate that goes well with the other ingredients in the mole?
Well, it's an ancient product, and chocolate does come from South America, is where the origins are from, and these are old ancient recipes that have been handed down generation to generation. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to get you to build this, actually.
And passing the torch.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So take a little bit of zucchini down there and a little bit of your meat mixture right in
And
the
you
center.
prefer to use a cut that will cook slowly?
Yeah, so you want it. You want to take a cut that you can braise off over a long period of time that can withstand that cooking and still hold the meat integrity. So you just fold it over a little bit there.
Oh, I've got a full
And take
taco
those
right here.
beautiful little pegs that you can get at the dollar store or anywhere else that's a craft store, and then dip the bottom in a little bit of the mole sauce there, and then right in the sesame seeds, some toasted sesame seeds, and you got a beautiful party appetizer.
How did I do?
You did it better
Chef?
than me, actually. So there you
Wow,
go.
I
Smaller
love
thumbs,
that.
so that's why it's good.
That is beautiful. Okay, and once again, there's an event that people can actually enjoy this upcoming weekend.
So in Banff on Saturday at the Legion, you know, there's a huge barbecue going on again to raise funds for the Canadian Food Bank, and it's a beautiful thing. Come down. It's a very accessible price, and support a great cause.
Okay, support the food bank, and we'll be digging into these in the meantime, and we have another recipe to share still ahead. The Canadian Beef Center of Excellence and Chef Zahi is digging in with us here this morning from Mexico City and marrying ingredients from our land and yours. And what are we making next?
A gordita.
Which is?
It's a corn dough, but I wanted to show that you have only grab some of the corn dough,
Right.
and then go to the pan. And when it's a little bit like this, you just pinch with your fingers, but because you're going to put your beef, your sauce, your cheese, everything. So you have to be like this, because otherwise, if you have flat,
Yes.
everything it's going to split
won't
off.
hold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a gordita, it's made from corn, because we love corn, and see. And
Beautiful.
we have a tri-tip here,
Okay.
which is a delicious cut. You can grill it. So you have your corn dough, put some of the tri-tip here, and you can use lettuce to have this freshness in your mouth. A little bit of tomato here, salt, which is here,
Okay.
and then some red sauce made from green chilies. Wow.
And tomato. I know that's delicious. Is that spicy?
Yeah. Well, try it. A little bit of queso fresco or queso de rancho,
Right.
which is a Mexican cheese. And there you go. You have your gordita.
How gorgeous is that?
Always with your hands. You know, we love to eat with our hands. And see, the tri-tip, it's a very simple cut. In Mexico, I will use like my favorite cut, which
Which is?
the flat iron.
Flat iron. And how do you do the flat iron?
Slow cooked.
Right.
Everybody's grilling the flat iron, but I really love to get slow with steam.
Yes.
Around 16 hours, so will melt in your mouth. And I only use like a recipe made from dried chilies and a little bit of vinegar. So it's delicious, yes. It's called adobo in Mexico. So you can shred it too, and you will see.
16 hours to greatness. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Chef, for preparing these for us this morning. And there are more recipes on the website. We'll put a link up on oursbreakfasttelevision.ca. And I think it's time to dig in. This is just beautiful. Welcome to Canada, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. I feel so privileged to be here and share this a little bit of my country.
Delicious. Doesn't it look good?